Howdy folks, and I hope your gift is not a curse wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So, overnight Hot Toys have dropped another figure on us from the up and coming Avengers Doomsday. And it is none other than Sir Patrick Stewart himself. Yes, it seems like it's Yorkshireman week over at Hot Toys. First we got Ralph Ineson as Galactus, and now we've got Sir Patrick Stewart, so it makes me particularly proud to be a Yorkshireman. But before we dive in and take a look at the pictures, I would like to send a School for the Gifted size shout out to everybody who supported the channel. And please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're sure not to miss any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, news, tours, showcases, and all that other stuff that we have coming up on the channel. So, Avengers Doomsday, yet to be released, as I mentioned. I think it's due out about the 18th of December, so it's going to be Marvel's big Christmas movie. Where it lands, nobody knows. I think the Marvel franchise has been on rocky ground for quite some time, in my opinion, and as I have voiced on the channel on numerous occasions. Will this save it from the superhero hell that it seemed to be falling into? Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But we're here to see the figure, so let's jump in and have a look at the pics. And I've got to say, first impressions are very, very good. Hot Toys have been around forever. They should be doing figures now in their sleep of high quality, and it doesn't look like they've missed a beat here with Sir Patrick. First shot, obviously, well, all these shots he's going to be in the famous chair. Can't vouch for the screen accuracy of this outfit because none of us have seen the movie, but it looks good. It looks like we've got a jacket top on here, shirt underneath, with that sort of polo neck thing going on. The X-Men symbol on the shoulder, on the chest area there, 6 scale zip, deep blue. Stitch work looks excellent on that, and the pants, I'm sure we'll see more of those in later photos. But first impressions on this head sculpt are very, very good. I've got to say, I thought we'd seen the last of Patrick Stewart as Professor X. He is a grand old age of 86, and the fact that he's back on screen recreating the role, however good or bad the film might turn out to be, I think is worthy of praise in and of itself. But yeah, that head sculpt, I think is absolutely spot on. I think the last time we saw a sort of Patrick Stewart in this age range was from X06, and it was from the last season of Picard. And I actually picked that figure up, got it over in the collection over there. Check out the review on the channel, and I thought that was very, very good. But it looks like Hot Toys may have surpassed that with this head sculpt. We've got sort of touching the temples there, so we're going to get a multitude of swap out hands, no doubt, reaching forward, and we're getting our first hint of obviously the obligatory chair, Professor X's chair. I'm sure we'll see more of that. On to the next. I think that's a cracking shot there. Got him reaching forward, one hand on the armrest there, reaching forward. The chair itself, once again, I can't say whether this is screen accurate. It's altered through the X-Men movies and through the permutations and the appearances in other films, but it's looking very good. It's got a joystick control on the right arm there. Apparently that is articulated, which is good to see. So you won't have, hopefully, won't have any ugly gaps if you're posing him with the hand on that joystick and having him in motion. But yeah, unzip this time. The jacket, we can see that the pretty much plain blue crew cut sweater arrangement going on underneath. As I mentioned before, stitch work looks on point. Not sure what materials they're using here. Looks like it's going to be some kind of cotton-based material, but it looks great. It's really this head sculpt that's I think is gonna sell this one. I think it looks phenomenal. Sure, we're gonna get closer, but we're seeing excellent skin tones and textures, and I did give Hot Toys a little bit of a knock in my last preview about their skin tones and textures. It wasn't it wasn't meant to be derogatory to Hot Toys. I think they do a fantastic job. And they've nailed it here. They've caught his age perfectly. It's unmistakably Patrick Stewart, unmistakably Professor X. And doing older characters, not as easy. As one subscriber pointed out to me, doing very, very attractive people and very, very old people is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in a head sculpt, and I think they've captured him beautifully. The eyes look right. You've got the creasing on the face, the bags under the eyes, the furrows in the forehead there. Still got the smooth dome, which is good to see. And you've got the creasing in the cheek areas and around the chin, and I think it just looks on point, as do the hands. Let's move on to the next one. Now we've got a distance shot going on here, and we're getting to see that chair properly for the first time, and I think it looks on point. I'm going to assume it's sculpted plastic here. Apparently we've got moving wheels as well, which is nice to see. Not sure how useful that would be in the display, but yeah, the wheels aren't static, and apparently he is magnetically attached to this chair, which I think is a great idea from Hot Toys. I'm going to assume they'd put magnets in the lower body, maybe in his backside and in the top of his thighs there, and then magnets hidden in the seat and the backrest of this chair. Great idea. I, for one, have struggled on numerous occasions with 6-scale figures that have been posed in chairs. Everything from Robocop in his mechanical chair through to Captain Kirk in the captain's chair. Getting that 6-scale figure into that sort of right angle position so they don't slip, slide, move, fall over, topple, or just look wrong is not the easiest thing in the world. So I think, yeah, hats off to Hot Toys here for going with the magnet solution. Great idea. So that will keep him sturdy, in place, not slumped. But overall, yeah, I think the impact of this figure is great. And I think alongside the Magneto figure, the Sir Ian McKellen figure, I think we potentially got something very, very special to look forward to in the display. This base, well, it's not technically a base. Having read the blurb, I think this is sort of laminated printed card. I don't think this is actually a plastic base or diorama or anything like that. They're saying it's card, so I'm going to assume it's laminated. Designed to recreate the School for the Gifted's floor there, and looks very good. And also you've got this School for the Gifted signage as well, which I'm going to assume is free floating, made out of plastic that you can put anywhere in or around the display area there. But overall, the impact is, I am super impressed. I really, really am. Whether I'll be picking this up, it depends on to a certain extent, the film and how good it is. But I think this might just draw me in. This and the Magneto figure that we previewed on the channel, if you wanted to check that out. This might just draw me in for the nostalgia factor. I suspect it is possibly the last time we are going to see these two characters played by these two amazing actors on the big screen. So yeah, I think for me, I am a sucker for that sort of nostalgia bait, if you will. And I could very well see this landing a Chateau Go figure. But on to the next one. Loving this shot. Sort of, I mentioned this before on numerous occasions, when we drop the camera angle a little bit, give it that to give it that imposing feel, and then light it more intensely from one side, and you can see the detailing on this chair, and it just looks great. It does what it says on the tin. You've got foot supports there, the X in the wheels, obligatory, and overall just very, very nicely done. And the figure rests really well. Shoes there. It looks like he's got some form of boots on. I'm going to assume they're sculpted plastic. You've got straps across the top there. Paint applications on the chair look brilliant, and the articulation for the figure looks great as well. A bit limited with him being in a chair, just how many poses you can get out of this. But I think it's the whole feel of the overall look. Even if you've got him in just a neutral sitting pose, I think it's going to be very, very imposing in the display. On to the next. Now, this is where Mr. Go Figure's nostalgia levels rise quite considerably, seeing him with the Magneto figure. As I said in the preview for that figure, I think that this is stunning. Out of all the ones that Hot Toys have previewed so far, coming from Avengers Doomsday, these are the two that have caught my imagination the most. They're just such a classic pairing. And that Magneto figure, I did rave about it. I was very, very enthusiastic and still am. I think it looks phenomenal. I think the Ian McKellen head sculpt just looks amazing, as does the outfit, but once again, can't vouch for screen accuracy on that. But overall, these two put together look stunning in my opinion, they really do. Another one there, finger to the temples, reaching out with the outstretched hand, so I'm going to assume we're getting multiple hands here. Per's system will no doubt be in effect here as well. Overall, just very, very good. If you are a pre-Avengers Doomsday fan, if you're a Professor X fan, if you're a Patrick Stewart fan, if you're an X-Men fan, I can see this being a no-brainer. I'm going to have to consult nostalgia and put my rose-tinted nostalgia glasses on before I make a decision about this, but yeah, I could see these two, at least these two, arriving just for the nostalgia shelf, even if the film is awful. Another shot here of him looking down, reaching out again, fingers to the temples again, just overall excellent. Yeah, that silver metallic paint on the chair looks great, and I can't fault this. Hopefully that zip won't be too problematic. Some 6-scale zips can be a ball ache, but yeah, overall very, very impressive. Yeah, another one, finger on the temple there. Now I think this is probably where the articulated joystick comes into its own. Liking how they've got it sort of between the thumb and the forefinger there, to sort of give the impression of him gripping it and in motion. So yeah, that's having it articulated will probably help, because if you're trying to squeeze it between the fingers of a hand, and it doesn't look like the thickest thing in the world, it could quite easily snap off. So yeah, good idea to articulate it, but yeah, excellent overall. Another one of him reaching out here, straight on this time. The detailing on those pants, it's a relatively simple outfit, this one. You've just got the jacket, the undershirt, and the pants, and they're pretty much all one colour. Looks like it's the same material as the jacket. Is that the same shade? I'm not sure. Looks like the pants might match the shirt and the jacket might be slightly darker, but that could be the photography and the lighting here. On to the next one. Other one, fingers on temples. Yeah, I'm liking Hot Toys' work here a lot. And as I say, I think these two could certainly be wending their way into the collection you see behind me. Another one with Magneto. I think that just looks great. It really, really does. If I had to pick which one I think, it's difficult. It's difficult when we can't talk about screen accuracy to say which one is the better of the two. They're a bit like sort of fish and chips, if you're from another Yorkshire reference. They go together hand in hand, but I just think they work. They absolutely work. And just him on his own there, pretty much the same shot, but with Magneto removed, and a close-up on this head sculpt. Now, yes, apologies to Hot Toys for the skin tones and textures remark in the previous video. I think this is an example of them getting it absolutely right here. Now you can see individual pores in here, you can see the crow's feet around the eyes. Loving the paint applications around that eye area there. We've got darker sections here in the corners of the eyes. Then we've got that slightly pinker hue underneath the eyes. We've got the white grey hairs going on in the eyebrows. The pores in the skin. Loving the crease work around this chin area. That's just, I think, absolutely nailed on. The eyes, absolutely spot on. That slightly narrow, more piercing look that Patrick Stewart has. The colour, absolutely nailed on. And once again, as we mentioned, we're going to have the moving eye system here. So yeah, cracking head sculpt, that one. I'm going to assume it's a fixed neck. Not seeing more than one head sculpt here, but does this one really need it? I would like to have maybe seen something a bit more expressive, but at the end of the day, if you're just going with a one, this neutral expression is probably the best. And it just works. It's got that intensity going on. And yeah, cannot fault that head sculpt. Really can't fault that head sculpt. Pretty much perfect there from Hot Toys. Paint, applications, sculpting, skin tones, everything nailed on. Another one there from slightly different angle. I'm going to lean in here. Even at the temples there, you're seeing the detailing at the temples there with a little wisp of whitish hair moving away there. The the creasing at the top of the nose area, all absolutely excellent. I can't fault that. I think that is, if that's not perfection in a Patrick Stewart head sculpt, then it'll do until perfection comes along. Obviously, we talked about the purrs, the moving eyes. No need to go into that, other than the fact that you know my feelings on that one. I think the fact that it's now standard with all Hot Toys figures is great to see. Yeah, this shot on the right here, that could be a photo of Patrick Stewart. That is that good. I just think that is some wonderful work from Hot Toys, proving why they're one of the leaders in the business. On to the next. Now, the all shot. I think this is the last one. Possibly. Some of the details here that we've already talked about, saying highly detailed wheelchair featuring articulated joystick and rotatable wheels. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it just basically covering all the details that we've already looked at there, and very impressive it is too. And the final all shot that we always get with Hot Toys, nothing we haven't already seen already, just done in a different way. We've got the in reaching out the chair there, the headshot on the right hand side. If Mr. Go Figure's fat head is in the way, you've got a couple of shots of him in this bottom right-hand corner here in the chair itself. Hands. Now, we didn't get a hand shot. Now, it looks like there are only 1, 2, 3 pairs, 6 hands in total. So they've not gone all in with the hands here. But yeah, how many pairs do you really need with this figure? As long as you've got the finger to the temple and the open hand, you're pretty much onto a winner. That base that we talked about, well, card, whatever it might be, some of the detailing on the outfit itself, chair, that School for the Gifted nameplate, and some of the detailing there. Now, release date and costing on this thing. Now, because it's only just dropped, and the only place that I have actually seen it, they didn't have any pictures, was Sideshow. And now Sideshow are giving a delivery date, a due date on this one, I believe, of between July 27 and December 27. So that's pretty much coverall. I mean, that's a 6-month window there. So whether it's going to be mid next year, the end next year, who knows? They've also given us a price. Now, I'm not sure how accurate this pricing is, so don't quote me on it. But they are quoting on their website, or at least the last time I looked, $270, which equates to about 197 British pounds. Now, if that's accurate, that is very, very cheap in my opinion for a figure with an accessory like the wheelchair. So yeah, don't quote me on those figures. If they are right, it represents something that we rarely see in the 1/6 scale world, which is value for money as well. So yeah, I think that could be a movable feast, that figure. But there you have it, folks. That is Hot Toys' take on Sir Patrick Stewart as Professor X. What are your thoughts on this particular figure? What are your thoughts on the up-and-coming movie? What are your thoughts on where the Marvel Universe is going? What are your thoughts on Sir Patrick Stewart? What are your thoughts on anything at all? As always, nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. As I mentioned before, my gut response is I cannot see this movie really helping the MCU revival. However, I may very well be getting involved in these just for the pure nostalgia factor. So there you have it. That about wraps it up for this preview, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's been useful for you. As I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is, from myself, from the legend that is Sir Patrick Stewart, a massive thank you for watching as always, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.